Good morning, bună dimineața. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be wrapping Christmas presents. It's going to be a chatty video. My goal is to do a year-end reflection and kind of just talk about what life has given us in this last year of 2023. I have my faux fireplace set up here, which I found, this is like a programmed channel on our TV and I absolutely love it. So this is like my version of a fireplace since I don't have a real one. And I'm honestly so excited to wrap presents because last year in December, Dakota and I were in Prague, Czech Republic. We spent Christmas Day in our hotel room eating KFC because there was like virtually nothing open that day. So this year, being back in the States, being back home, just feels really refreshing. I still think it's hilarious that we ate KFC for our Christmas meal because typically in the past with our families, we'll do like a Christmas dinner and we'll have like ham or turkey, mashed potatoes and different sides like that. So the fact that we ate like a KFC dinner is so funny. I told Dakota, I'm like, should we just make that tradition? Because I just find it hilarious. This is the wrapping paper that I got this year. Oh, I didn't even know it was red on the inside. That is so cute. So it has little Santas and it just says Merry Christmas. I bought a charcuterie board for a book club that I'm going to on Sunday, and this little red ribbon was tied around it, which will match perfectly with the Santa Clauses. But then also, instead of doing ribbon around every single present, I thought it would be really, really cute to have this rope. I couldn't find twine at the dollar store, so I found this rope and I thought it would be cute to just wrap that. I'm adding a candy cane on top of everybody's present, which I think will be such a cute touch. I found that on Pinterest. Also, for my charcuterie board, I bought this green, let me grab it. So at the Dollar Tree, I bought these like fake, what is this called? Fake garland. They come in these little tiny strips. And I'm using them to separate out the meat and cheese on the platter. But I thought these would be cute to incorporate somehow into the wrapping. So I am getting very creative. We're getting serious. I had to put my hair up because it kept falling and I was playing with it too much. Just get it out of the way so we can get down to business. Honestly, 2023 was an insane year. I still think back and I'm just in awe of everything that we experienced. So, like I mentioned before, this time in 2022, we were actually in Prague, Czech Republic for Christmas time. And we still have a few days in that country before we leave and go to Germany. First of all, it's so crazy that we spent a year living in Romania. It was such an incredible experience that I will cherish for the rest of my life. So many amazing things that we experienced in 2022 and 2023. I just remember thinking when we were in Prague, Czech Republic, that it was gonna be the most amazing, beautiful, Christmassy town. And honestly, I wish that we would have went somewhere else for Christmas. Edinburgh was absolutely incredible during the holidays. We got to see a lot of places that were cutely decorated for Christmas. Another really amazing place was London. They really do such a great job at decorating for the holidays. So if I could do it over again, I would not spend Christmas in Prague. The articles online were saying Prague was like the absolute best place that you could travel for Christmas, that it was you must visit there. It was absolutely amazing. And don't get me wrong, it was pretty, but definitely wasn't somewhere that I was like, felt like I was in a Christmas village, which is what I wanted. I'm still extremely blessed and grateful that we got to even travel and see all the places that we saw. So in January of 2023, which was this year, we landed back in Romania. We were back in Cluj for the remainder of our time spent in Europe. We honestly had no idea what our journey was gonna look like or how long we were gonna end up staying in Cluj. Our main goal with going to live in Romania was to have quick access to be able to travel to so many different places. It was like the perfect of both worlds, where we could travel and then also live in the city and experience Romania as well. So we got back from Romania in January. I do wish that we would have traveled more in Romania, but honestly, after spending 3 months straight traveling all over the globe, I was so exhausted from traveling that I just didn't want to. And it kind of makes me sad now because there was so much of Romania that we didn't see. And I know that there's so much beautiful history and beautiful places to visit, and we totally did not take advantage of it while we were there. So my goal is eventually to go back sometime in the future, and I think it would be so much fun to be able to take our kids with us. And Cluj is changing so much that there will be so much new things for us to experience there. I definitely do want to make that trip eventually. I honestly don't know when that will be because we're just kind of enjoying this season of life and where we're at and just soaking up everything that we're going through, especially with being pregnant and having our first kid. Honestly, travel is like the last thing on my mind. I know eventually though, we will absolutely visit and go back there. So I have tons of recommendations of things that people suggested in the comments of places that I should visit. So we will definitely have a list of some amazing places to see. I can just remember being in Romania and wanting kids so bad. Before we moved, honestly, moving to Romania was one of the biggest blessings we ever had because we were able to have a complete lifestyle shift. And it's funny now because it was so unintentional how everything unfolded, but it ended up being exactly what I needed to heal my body. So when I would go to the grocery store, I couldn't read any of the signs, I couldn't read any of the products. So I had to use Google Translate, which would take me so long to grocery shop. So I ended up just basically making steak literally for the year that we lived there. Whenever I would cook, which was throughout the week, it became a thing where I just started eating this. We started eating the same foods every single day because it was just convenient and easy. And Dakota didn't mind. All we ate was steak, eggs, and potatoes. And honestly, I think that is what completely healed my body. So it ended up being exactly what my body needed. When I came back to the States, we were ready to start trying for kids and was so blessed to get pregnant. And it's just crazy to think that I just feel so blessed how everything unfolded, and it just makes me so grateful for everything that we experienced and the opportunities that we got. I was like so hesitant to make friends and branch out in Romania. I just realized that I was supposed to put the seam on the bottom of this present and I put it on the top. So now it's gonna be upside down. That's fine. Expert wrapping 0. But yeah, I reflect on my experience and why I didn't actively like seek a community and try to meet people there. If you guys remember my immigration video where I met someone at the immigration office that was from the US, we are still in touch and still talk. But even with her community, they would invite me and reach out for me to do things. And I think I was just so, I don't know, moving abroad is such a, I hate to use the word overwhelming, but I do feel like in a way it is sort of overwhelming. There's just so much adjustment and so much to take in. And I feel like it's such a way of like rediscovery that it just takes a lot of shifting and a lot of planning and changing internally. which isn't a bad thing, but it's just a lot to process, and I don't think it's something that you can do in a year. I finally got to a place of being so comfortable and had done a lot of inner work during our time in Romania. By the time that we actually left Romania in July of 2023, I was finally ready to make friends and have a community. It's just interesting how we process things, and everybody's gonna be completely different. I definitely don't regret anything. The only thing that I would have changed is that Dakota and I would have visited more things in Romania. In my last video, I talked about cutting out caffeine, and I found a caffeine-free instant coffee that you can make at home. I did a lot of research, and so I found this. This is just milk, coffee grounds, they're caffeine-free, and then I did some sugar-free vanilla syrup. And it feels so good to like have a drink again. I'm very excited about that. So I will have one present that looks a little bit different because it's gonna have a red ribbon instead of brown, but I don't even know if anyone will notice. Some of my favorite memories from 2023 was travel all around Europe, where we went to approximately 15 different places. It's crazy to think, when I watch back my vlogs from the travel, it still feels so surreal, even though it was real. It just feels so crazy to think that that was us and that that was our opportunity. And I'm just so extremely grateful that we were able to have that experience. We come back in the summer to the United States and we try a brand new state that we've never even visited, sight unseen, and we've absolutely loved it. The winter has been incredibly amazing. It's been so warm here, which is a huge blessing. That was like the one thing we've been talking about and looking forward to. I have had to wear a coat, but it hasn't snowed here yet, which I'm totally fine with, honestly. We are debating where we would like to end up long-term because we like this area, but honestly, it's so expensive. Not really like our dream place. So we're still open to where we could move next. Since we are in North Carolina, we have the coast where there's a beach, and we also have the mountain range. So we really have so many options on what we could do, which just makes it even more exciting to think of the possibilities. And then one of my very most favorite memories is getting pregnant for the very first time with our first baby. Everything has been going so smoothly and so amazing. I've just been really blessed, and I cannot wait for 2024 when we finally get to meet him. It's gonna be such a fun journey. I feel like I've been preparing myself for motherhood for a few years now, so the fact that this season is finally here just feels like such a blessing, and it's so surreal that we're finally in this season after wanting this for so long and like thinking it was gonna look different than it did. So lots to look forward to in 2024, a potential move somewhere, not sure where, and a new baby on the way. One done. So here's what we ended up with. Everything looks so good. There were a couple that I mismeasured on, but thankfully the wrapping paper kind of blends in with it, so I think it will be fine. But I'm so excited. Thank you to those who spent 2023 with me. It's been such an amazing year, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you that's been on this journey, experiencing life, learning, and growing with me. And I cannot wait for 2024. I'll see you next time. Bye.